You're still muted, Tom.
There we go. I'm sorry. I'm in almost in Mexico. It's right behind me. What have you seen of the young guys this week? Has anybody opened eyes, or have you seen enough to? What have you thought of this week's work so far?
We had a 29 play scrimmage yesterday, and came out of it healthy, which was a big thing. I'm talking about with the young ones. And we had 3 different 10-minute segments of walk with the offense and defense. And then we had a 20 minutes, 2 10-minute segments of special teams over Mississippi State. And then we had a 29 play scrimmage with the guys. Campbell looked good yesterday, I thought. Not a lot there, you know. Our young offensive linemen thought they competed well, but I liked the way Renfro threw the ball yesterday. Landon Rogers caught a couple of big, maybe three good passes. So that's kind of the report on the scrimmage from yesterday.
And just what's on tap for the rest of the week for you guys?
Well, this week is going to, today is going to be identical to yesterday, only just, different situations. Like we're going to do more third down walks. We're going to end up with short yardage and goal line as part of our walk today, and a part of a 7-on-7 as part of our jog through today, along with special teams. And then we're going to plan on another 30 play scrimmage with the young guys. Then tomorrow we're going to have a Monday practice. And only thing different is we're going in spiders instead of shells, and we'll have a Monday practice, what our Monday type practice is for Mississippi State. Then we'll come back Sunday and we'll have a shells practice, a Monday practice on Mississippi State. Then Monday we'll have a full padded practice, which will be a Tuesday type practice. Then Tuesday, obviously, we're off. Wednesday will be Wednesday, Thursday will be Thursday, Friday, and so forth. So that's kind of the next 10 days, I guess. Kids are
all right, thanks.
The kids, Tom, the kids are off from practice Friday, Saturday, and they'll come back here at 4 for a practice Sunday.
Jager.
Sam, a pretty open-ended question, but now at the halfway point of SEC play, what have you liked through the first 4 games of conference play, and what do you need to see out of this team the last 4?
Well, I liked how hard we're playing. I like the effort that we're giving. We certainly need to concentrate on tackling better, more consistently on defense, on offense, and the penalties of jumping off sides have been our big emphasis. And then on offense, just being consistent, continue to talk about winning first down. I think Mississippi State is a big, they try to get you behind the chains with a lot of movement and a lot of blitzing. And so we're trying to do that. And then we're just trying to find, who are receivers that we can count on getting open and catching the ball. We're trying to find that out this week as well with some of the younger guys to see if we're going to bring them up or not.
Obviously an off weekend for the players, but are your assistants going to be on the road, and how's that been going?
They're going to be on the road as well as myself Thursday night and then Friday and then next Tuesday because we're off Tuesday. So they'll be on the road for games, possibly Thursday night like myself, Friday all day, and then next Tuesday all day. Maybe not the coordinators, but everybody else on next Tuesday. Coordinators will be out Thursday night as well.
y'all get to watch a lot of film, but how important is it to see the prospects live and just see them go, in competition?
Nowadays it's hard, not impossible, but hard to get kids to work out at camp when they come. A lot easier to get the younger one. The multi-offer guy, a lot of times it's hard to get him to work out. And so why do you want him to work out? Because you want to see him, and so going out on the road, and obviously we have tape and I watch all our prospects Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night from their game, but seeing them live is just much more important, seeing how they perform when they're not playing well. Do they continue to give effort when their team gets behind? I think you can tell a lot about character and what you get there. So anyway, I think it's very important, Dudley.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah, Sam, I was wondering, did Hornsby scrimmage with the younger players yesterday?
No, he did not. That was Coley and Renfro were the two quarterbacks there.
Also, just you played so many young defensive backs, in the last game. Just how is that kind of shaking out for Mississippi State? I mean, do you see some positions being kind of contested in the secondary?
I do. I do, Nate. I feel like we've got some competition back there. Certainly between Blair, Brooks, Jaden Johnson, and Slusher. I think that's a ongoing competition, as well as that corner. I think those are two competitions going on. We certainly have running back competition, wide receiver competition. We've got to figure out who we want to play at slot as far as our number 2 slot, and those things are going on now. It's a good week to find out about some of the younger guys and see if they can do something well enough, ready enough mentally to go play in an SEC game.
Thank you.
Right.
Coach, you said you're practicing Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
That's normally your off day, right?
It is, but since we can't practice on Tuesday,
Right, because of the voting.
yeah, we didn't lose that day. So
that is a rule on Tuesday voting, on Tuesday vote days, I guess.
yeah, unless you have active competition, I think the soccer team or something is traveling and they can practice or something. I believe it's a soccer team. I may be wrong there, but I think it's a soccer team. But otherwise, Tuesday voting day is completely off. No meetings, no anything. And that's why, if you remember, Trey, we did this last year versus Tennessee. The problem is that Tennessee was coming off the bye week, and we were coming back from Texas A&M, but we were ready for that practice on Sunday, and to get your full allotment in. And I didn't want to give the kids off Friday, Saturday, and not get our full 5 days of prep on prep week. So that's why we're doing it Sunday afternoon at 4 is when our meetings start.
I know last week you said, leading up to the Pine Bluff game, that no matter who you guys would have played, you would have had to take it easier last week. And then with this being a bye week, especially for the regulars, how beneficial has it been so far in terms of nicks and bruises and those types of things?
I think it's huge, Trey. I mean, I think anytime, and I would assume even if you weren't playing a SEC, those 4 we played right there after or started with A&M, I think you would need some type of break, some type of mental break, some type of getting healthy break. So it's been really important to us. We've got good team chemistry. We're trying to, talk about making this run and see if we can do it. But our kids, if we get healthy, our ones can compete real well. We have to continue to get better depth. If we lose guys, which is our responsibility, but I think it's just really big. And I think the kids let's say this, in the walkthroughs, we're doing extra film work. So it's not like it's a shortened down day. We're spending more time in the film versus Mississippi State, trying to get that in their brain mentally. And then we're walking. And I think it went really well yesterday. And knock on wood, we didn't get any young kids hurt in the scrimmage, and went really well. So that's why we stayed with the same format. We had another idea about today, but because yesterday went so well and the kids were so locked in on the walk, we decided to stay this way. And certainly we're getting healthy. We conditioned the older guys yesterday, and we will today as well.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, let me know if you got more questions. Bob?
Yes, Sam, Grant Morgan's a finalist for the Campbell Trophy. I guess it's sort of the academic Heisman. Just wondering what your thoughts are on that. Just, the season Grant's having, and he's already got 2 degrees and captain, all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I mean, to be nominated for that award, certainly you have to be a well-rounded student athlete, and certainly is deserving of it, and really excited for him and the team. But I thought it was a big, big honor.
And he's the only SEC player among the finalists. How significant do you think that is?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of other deserving guys in our league, but to be the only one is really an outstanding honor.
Otis?
Yeah, Coach, we all know the benefits of the bye week. You've talked about, we've written about it. But do you have what are the concerns going into a game coming off the bye week? Or do you have some concerns? I mean, we know the obvious advantages, but what are the concerns from you?
Well, I think you hear all the time, if you're playing really well, that you just want to keep playing. I think you hear that all the time. Really not any concern, because I think we're going to get back to the regular week. So if you really think about it, you're going, well, you're not playing on a Saturday. That would be kind of the difference. You're healthier. You should be stronger mentally. And then you come back and you get a full week practice on an opponent that now better mentally, and you've done more film work. You should have a better product going out there on Saturday. So I'm really not concerned about it, because we'll have the full week to put our pads back on.
Thanks, Scott.
Last one, Tom.
Sam, I'm sorry if they asked you on the SEC teleconference earlier today, but after you watched the film from the UAPB game, did anything stand out to you? Did you have any players that really exceeded?
I think some of the things that stood out to me were we had a couple tackles, and Jones and Crawford, I thought, played well on offense, because looking at it, you're thinking nobody played well, on offense. But I felt like those 2 guys did. Obviously, I've said it before, and we didn't get it done, but Dominique Johnson needs to carry the ball more, and his first 4 runs averaged 20 yards a carry. And so we've certainly addressed that better than we did last time. And KJ and Bergs played well. On defense, I thought our young kids, I like Campbell. I like him. I think he'll help us in the future. Marcus Miller went in there and did some good things. So it was good to see everybody get an opportunity to go in there and play. And I thought our defensive guys flew around to the ball and did a good job in the second half. And certainly we've got to get better at a lot of positions on offense, catching the ball, throwing the football with the twos. It wasn't very good, and we've got to continue to work that.
So you still like Wagner for being able to come back on schedule, and what about Utsi and Ridgeway coming back to practice next week?
Yeah, I think all of them will be game ready. And I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think it's a question. I think everybody will be ready to play.
Thanks. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Have a good